My name is Rachel.
Rachel,
Yes.
where are you originally from?
I'm originally from New Jersey, but I came out here. I got sick. I was on the run from New Jersey. Went to jail for got paroled, and then I went to a halfway house and wound up running. So I ran, started getting high, using, tricking, running the streets, getting people dragging me out of cars, held in my head, just a lot of I went through out there. Anyway, I got endocarditis. Everyone knows what endocarditis is. It's vegetation in your heart valve from shooting up. So, went to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, I was septic, pulmonary arrest, cardiac arrest, liver failure, kidney failure, left lung explosion, 5 blood transfusion, intubated, life support, feeding tubes. I went through the whole 8.5 months in the hospital with no one there for me. I got out the hospital. I came out here on a day-to-day basis. I trick every day. Every single day. I'm hungry, nowhere to go, cold outside. I miss my kids. My dad just died on the 20th of April. He was the one and only person I had in my life. It's hard out here. It's really hard, sleeping in tents.
Winter's coming around the corner too. Starting to get cold again.
I know. And I just had open heart surgery.
Yeah, my dad just went through that. I know what that's about.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And that was caused by the addiction. Which particular? Okay.
Yep.
People think that's not the worst.
No, it's not. They're cutting here with dewormer. There's people dropping out here like flies. Like people, it's crazy. Everyone looks at us like we're nuts. Like people go on the other side of the street, like they're afraid of us. It's like it's not fair to us to be judged like that at all. Like we're just out here trying to survive like everyone else. You see our environment, you see where we're at. Like you walk, there's needles everywhere. Like.
So, how old were you when you started taking bad steps? As far as getting in the streets and stuff like that.
When I lost my daughter, I lost my daughter first because I was using, and my family took her from me. I got pregnant with twins, wound up catching a charge, got sent to prison, but while I was in prison, my twins died. They were born at 21 weeks and died while I was in prison, and all that was because I was using. All that led to using.
Was your childhood normal, or did you come from a bad family with a lot of problems?
A bad family with a lot of problems. Like my stepdad, my mom's boyfriend, himself in front of us.
How old were you?
I was 6, 7. Okay. He came down to Smith & Wesson, point blank, sat off right in front of me and my 2 half brothers.
So you didn't really have a chance to have a normal life? Do you think if you came from a better family, you'd be out here? Or, because I understand at some point it's your personal choices, and at some point it's your background, right?
Yeah.
If you came from a good background, do you think you would still be drawn to the streets?
No.
No?
No, I don't, because the way I was brought up, my dad was a severe alcoholic. He was bringing home girls from the bar. They were doing around me. Like it wasn't an environment that a child should have grew up in.
Gotcha.
So I feel like if I had that chance to have a family, because I'm out here by myself now. I have no mom, I have no dad, I have no brothers. I'm out here by myself, fending for myself on a day-to-day basis. If I want to eat, I got to come out in the streets and I got to get it. If I want to go lay down, I got to pick a sidewalk where I'm going to lay down. And it's people like, it's scary at the same time because people come up to you and pull blankets off of you and like they'll rob you. It's horrible.
Now, here in downtown Knoxville, is several hundred homeless people here. It's in the hundreds.
Hundreds, yes.
I was here 2 years ago, and I think now it's 2 times more people here than back then.
2 to 3, yeah. 2 to 3 times more. It's filled.
Throughout your life, have you ever had a normal period of your life where it's just the whole thing's been crazy? Have you ever had a period where you were working or living normal?
I did. I got clean one time, and when I got clean, I worked. I went to school. I had my kid. I had all that. I had money, but I just kept falling back into it. I don't know.
You got kids?
I do. I got 3.
How old are they?
One's 17, one's 14, and one is 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how old are you then?
I'm 34.
34. Okay,
Yeah.
so you started kind of young with the kids.
Yeah, I got pregnant at 15.
So you're gonna be a grandma soon.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope not. I hope
No.
not. I hope not. Whew. No.
So you're still young,
Yeah.
and your kids. You love them. They love you. Are you with them or not?
I'm not with them. I love them with all my heart.
You love them, but you're not able to be around them.
I can't. I don't want to be around them when I'm like this. I don't want
understand.
I don't want them to see me use drugs. I don't want them around the environment. It's what some of us choose. Like some of us do choose to live this lifestyle, but some of us don't.
Yeah.
And some of us that are out here or that want help, they don't give it to us.
No.
Like I called the McNabb Center and asked them, like trying to get on treatment and trying to get on sub. We're not accepting new patients, and hung up on me. The med clinic, if you don't have a certain state Medicaid or if you don't have money to pay, if we're homeless and we're out here, how are we? If we want to get treatment and you guys want to stop everybody from dying, how are you going to demand, like, if we don't have that payment and we're asking for help and you're denying us, like, but you expect us? Oh, the streets are filled with this and that, but we're trying to get help and you guys are turning your backs on us. Like that is not fair to us at all. If we don't got the money, they should have some type of program or something to still help us at the same time.
Yeah. So it comes down to the fact that the people that do want to get their stuff together, do need help, come from backgrounds where it wasn't 100% their fault.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times people just assume everybody that's out here is a result of their own actions. But, you know, that's the case for many people, but it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody, no. It's not for
so
everybody.
At your age, do you see yourself getting your life back together?
I want to.
Gotcha.
I do truly want to, but it's hard because I have so much of a hold on me. It's like when I get clean, it's all I think about. It's like even if my kid could be standing in front of me and it's just like in my head, like I want it. It's
the
so
cravings don't go
hard.
away, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's just like has that hold on me to where I can't. And people are like, you can. Like, I'm trying, but it has that hold. You can't just, like when someone says I'm sick, there's people out there that, oh, you're all right. You'll get over it. Just wait 3 days. No, you don't understand the pain, the withdrawals, the snotting and sneezing and the legs and throwing up and diarrhea. They don't get it. They don't get it at all. It's not
and even
that
when
easy.
when you get past that, the cravings don't go away.
No, they'll never go away.
They'll never
get
go away.
easier, but they'll never go away.
And you can find yourself in a weak moment at any time because your cravings don't go away. But you just have to tell yourself, whatever you want, like a normal life, you gotta want that more than this. You really gotta want it. The cravings are always gonna sneak up on you, but you gotta want something better, and you gotta want it way more than this out here. I mean, you really gotta want it. Because you got to sit down and tell yourself, okay, do I want to be out here sleeping in the cold and the rain on a cold night, or do I want to be in an apartment? Do I want to be walking, or do I want to have a car? Do I want to be hungry, or do I want to have a little bit of savings for a hard day? You got to want that more than this, because that will be your motivation to say, I ain't going back to that, you know? And I know, like, with your story, it may feel like, I'm not saying you're out here crying for sympathy, okay, I'm not saying that, but understanding, okay, life wasn't fair, but now you can't go back and change all the bad things that happened.
Right.
But as long as you're still healthy, and you've already had some health complications, but you're probably still able to hold a job.
Well, I'm in stage 3 heart failure.
Yeah.
So I'm not allowed to work at all.
Okay.
Like I feel like when I was in the hospital and I had that endocarditis, like a lot of people really don't survive from that. There is people that do survive, but endocarditis you die from.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that was my second chance. And when I was in the hospital, I told myself, never again, never again, never again. And I find myself back on the streets doing it again. And my cardiologist said, if you ever in your arm again, you're gonna die. We're not gonna give you another heart valve. And what am I doing? Putting in my arms again.
Yeah, you're all bruised up.
It's hard.
You haven't got MRSA yet or any other infections? You can get a staph infection from needles.
Yeah, no. I use a clean every time. I've had been to the point to where, like, yeah, I have used the same one. I don't have AIDS. And I'm not dissing or disrespecting anyone out there who does.
Yeah.
But I don't have AIDS. I use clean, but it's the point that I'm back to it, and God gave me that second chance, and I'm doing it over again. So I feel like, all right, He said I'm gonna die, so I lost my dad. He was the only person I had since I was a baby. When my mom had me, when it was time for me to be discharged, my mom walked her way by herself, and me and my dad went the other. He just died on April 20th. He was the only person I had in my entire life. And I haven't even grieved him properly. I don't want to grieve him because I'm afraid to.
So you feel like right now you're kind of hopeless. You don't really want to look. Did the doctors tell you that you have a limited lifespan kind of situation? You said it's terminal.
People with pacemakers, especially at my age, it's not common. So I don't expect to live the next, I think the longest guessing is 20 years. If that.
That's still a lot.
No, I'm already in stage 3 heart failure. And that's one more stage and I'm done.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you should give up. I don't think you should give up. I don't think you should give up. I really don't. I know the options are few, but you've been through a lot, and I think you can persevere. I do think you can. Is there anything you would say to somebody who's starting this process of addiction so that they don't end up where you are now? Because life is beautiful and precious.
Life is very beautiful and very precious. If that's how they're starting off, get away as fast as you can, because it's not, I did it, the feeling was wonderful, I loved it, but it's not worth it. You're sick every single day. You gotta have it. You run the streets, you destroy family, you destroy kids, you don't live your life. The devil's got a leash on you. And if you start using, you might as well just declare yourself dead.
Understood.
You might as well.
Yeah, and today it's in music videos, it's glamorized. People make it out to look cool or whatever. A lot of people social, but did you ever think that this addiction would bring you to be on the streets, looking at a terminal condition?
No, I didn't. Like when I first started using it, I didn't know you're gonna get addicted. I didn't know withdrawal came with it. I didn't know all this is behind it. I didn't know, and now that I know, I wish I could go back in time and not do it.
Okay.
Because now look where I'm at. I'm in the streets. I don't have my kids. I don't have a job. I can't work. I got health problems. I don't got family. My one person that I had in my life is gone. My kids don't want nothing to do with me. It's just me.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's a struggle every
But they're still
day.
your kids.
They are still my
kids. And you said 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
17, almost 18, 17, 16 and 4. See, I have a hard time even remembering my kids.
And
that's horrible.
Are they doing okay, or are they kind of?
They are. They're good. Their dad owns his own business.
Yeah.
They're good in school. They're in sports. My youngest is a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Both of the other 2 are they love football. My daughter's a tomboy.
Yeah.
They're doing really, really good, and I hope they don't ever get this lifestyle ever.
But they're still your kids.
Yeah, and I love
they're
them.
out there being successful.
They are, and I love them so much.
Yeah.
I love them.
Okay. It's important to say that you love them.
I do.
Okay. And are you proud of them?
I'm very proud. I'm very proud.
Yeah. And even though you weren't physically able to be there for them, it wasn't your intention that you didn't love them. It's just you weren't able to.
I wasn't able to. Yeah.
Okay. What's the nicest thing somebody's ever done for you while you've been out here?
I would say the people that drive around and just get out their car and give us food.
Yeah.
And just say, have you eaten today? Here's a warm meal.
Yeah.
Or here's a warm blanket.
Yeah.
Or are you okay? We're just checking. Here's a soup.
Yeah.
Just giving out, even care cuts, just giving us the things that we need to survive. They don't have to do this. They do it out of the kindness of their heart for us. That's what.
It's already getting cold. It's gonna start getting cold soon.
It is. Yes, it's starting to get very cold. So.
You have a blanket right now?
I do.
All right, cool.
I have one of them, but I'm gonna need more because I'm anemic and I need to pile them up on me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.